welcome. Thank you for joining me tonight. We are going to make a beautiful coconut lime chicken. So I'm just going to give everyone a minute or so to jump on and we can get started. So I hope that you've got everything ready to go. We'll go through it obviously all together. So hello to anyone that's new that hasn't been here with us and watching along tonight. Also a big thank you to Sarah, who's on the other end of the line answering your questions tonight. So if you missed anything or you have a question along the way, please feel free to ask Sarah. And of course, we always love your feedback. So we love to know what you're cooking. We love to know what you're doing that's new. If there's anything that you want us to include when we do our lives as well. So I just need to grab my spatula. Oh, beautiful. And we'll just give another minute and we will get going. So it's quite chilly in Sydney tonight. It's been cloudy all day, so we're looking forward to some sunshine. I don't know when we're going to get that, but hopefully sometime soon. So we're going to get started with frying off our shallots and our green chilies. Now, I haven't said that you need to add any oil to this, but if you want to add a little bit of oil to the bottom of your Cook Expert, then absolutely you can. And you just add a little bit of olive oil to that. But I think we might get started because we've got a little bit longer one than normal. So my normal's about 15 minutes. So you might have to hang with me for about 20 minutes tonight. But I'll get through it as quickly as we can, of course. And the fact that we can cook all in one is the thing that we love. So let's just move that across and let's get going. So I'm going to start. I've got some shallots, a large shallot that I've just chopped up. So we're going to pop that in to get started. And I'm going to also pop into there my green ginger. So I'll pop that in there as well. Now I'm just going to then pop this on. Now we're just going to use Expert for now, and I'm going to pop this on for 3 minutes at 120 degrees on speed 3. So let's just go across there, backwards, and we'll just get that going. So we're just going to fry that off just for a couple of minutes, like I said, and then we're going to add our garlic and our ginger. But while we're doing that, what we can actually do is season our chicken. So I want to add some salt and pepper to our chicken just to give it a little bit of extra flavouring. So we're going to add that. I'll flip it around in a second, add some more. And then we're going to add some pepper. To that as well, and then I'm going to add some paprika. So it's up to you whether you prefer a smoked paprika, a sweet paprika, about a couple of tablespoons of the paprika. But what I might do is just add the first, and then we'll give a little bit of a flick, and then we'll add a little bit more. Okay, so we'll just give that a little flip around to combine. Okay, so I've got 8 chicken thigh fillets here, and I've just cut them, depending on the size of the fillet, into sort of strips like this. I find thigh fillets do cook quite quickly, and they just give you that juicier flavouring as well, sort of more moist texture to your chicken. So let's just flip that around. And we'll just give that a little bit more on the other side. And that little bit more paprika. Okay. Okay, so we're happy with that, and we'll get ready to pop that in just a minute, so we must be close. We've got, I think if I read upside down, there's about 50 seconds. For a change, I can see the time. Okay, so we'll get this all away. I always love with this because you can clean up as you go, so you can have everything done so that by the time you get to the end of the cooking, you've got most of your cleaning done. So let's just have a little look at this. Yeah, absolutely beautifully cooking away. So as I said, next we're going to add our garlic and our ginger. And I'm also going to add my lime zest. So I've actually already zested my lime there, so we'll get that in there in just a second. And it's just going to add and really increase that flavour that we want in there. So it is a coconut and lime chicken, so we're getting that coconut from the coconut cream and the coconut milk that we're going to use. We're going to get that lime from the lime zest and then also the fresh lime juice that I'm going to add to the end. So all one lime is all we need, but we're going to be using it a whole lot. I just had my spatula and then I lost it. Okay, so we'll just scrape that down so we can give that another little fry off in just a second. Okay, and then we're going to add to that our lime, so that's just the zest in there. And we're going to add our garlic and our ginger in there as well. So let me know where you're all tuning in from tonight. Let me know if you're cooking along as well. So we'll put that in there. You know, we'd love to know what you're doing. I also love to know once you can start to smell those amazing smells into your kitchen. Now this recipe I will tell you, actually let me just pop this on first. So I'm going to pop this on, back on same temperature, but we're going to add it on for 2 minutes, just to let that fry off. So I did go to a girlfriend's house for dinner a couple of weeks ago and she made this dish, she did it in a fry pan. And that's why I wanted to do it in the Cook Expert, because I loved it. It was amazing. So thank you, Shelley, for that one, because it really is a great recipe. So I am stealing it. So it is just those beautiful flavours, and I think quite unexpected with that lime in there as well. So we'll just get that fried off. Again, that's smelling absolutely beautiful. So we've got, so far, our large shallot. We've got our green chilies, which I've just thinly sliced and de-seeded. We've also got our garlic and ginger in there, and the zest of the lime, so that's all cooking away, and we're just going to cook that for a couple of minutes. I have also seasoned, if you've just joined us, our chicken, just with some paprika, some salt and some pepper, and my thigh fillet pieces are sort of that sort of size, so depending on how big the thighs were as to how sort of many slices you get into them. You could do it smaller again if you wanted to, but I think this dish is served really nicely when they're larger pieces of chicken. I found it was really nice as well. So I also have some rice here, so I'm cheating with my rice again. Pop that into the microwave in just a minute. And we're just going to get that ready while we're getting everything else together. So once this is done, we're going to add in our stock, coconut milk and coconut sauce. Coconut cream. Close. Okay. So we must be nearly there. We've got 30 seconds to go. So this is, a beautiful, it was a Mediterranean diet dish actually. So there's not a lot of, things in there that I think people don't eat. So the coconut milk obviously is something that not everyone will eat, but it's absolutely divine in this dish. So I really do recommend you give it a try. I know my neighbours are waiting for dinner. Oh, it smells so good. That lime just makes all the difference in this dish. So it's a really great one to make sure that we're adding that whole zest of that whole lime as well. So, okay. Now I'm going to pop my cap back on before I flip that, because we will need our cap back on for the rest of the cooking. So again, I'm just going to scrape that down. Oh, this is just smelling like heaven. Okay, so I'm going to add in my stock. Like so. I'm going to add in my coconut milk. So it's the full tin of the coconut milk. And it's about 160 mils of coconut cream. If you have leftovers, you can add a little bit more at the end of the dish, as well as you serve it. So it certainly won't go to waste. A little extra creamy at the end. Okay. Beautiful. Okay, that's all in. And then we're going to add in our chicken. Our soy sauce. Now I do use a dark soy in this one, so it's about a tablespoon of the dark soy. So we'll pop that in. So many different types of soy sauce out there. It's quite crazy. Okay, we'll pop that in, and then we're going to add in our chicken. So I'm just going to drop that in like so. Okay, and this is just about at the capacity of this bowl, which we love because we want to fill it. Okay, so I'm now going to pop this on for about 10 minutes. Now, I have set 110 degrees, but I'm actually going to leave it at 120. And I'm also going to drop the speed to 1A, but only because I want it to stir right at the start, and then I'm only going to stir it occasionally. So start at 1A, just to let that actually stir around like so. And then it's all mixed together, so I'm going to drop my speed now just down to 0. Okay, so I want that just to bubble away. I want it to be having that beautiful cooking in there, so that we can get that underway. So I've also got coriander for dressing at the end. Sorry, I'm just going to get rid of all this out of my way. And I think, let me just double check I've got everything. So we've got our chicken thigh fillets, which I have seasoned with salt, pepper and paprika. Then I have got my large shallot and my green chilli, which we fried off for about 3 minutes. We then added the ginger, the garlic and the zest of a lime, and then let that have another couple of minutes. So it just gives it that little, that real smell. Like, you'll know, if you're cooking along with me, let me know what you think, but you get that beautiful lime smell through that. We've then added in our chicken stock, our coconut milk, coconut cream, some dark soy sauce, and at the end we're going to add our fish sauce, which is about a tablespoon of fish sauce, and we're going to also add the juice of the lime that we did use as well. So I might actually squeeze that out now, so that we've got that ready to go. So it's going to cook for about 10 minutes. Now, it's going to depend on lots of things, like I always say. So if your chicken is larger or smaller, obviously that's going to change the time. I always suggest 10 minutes and then check it, so that you can see whether or not it's going to need any longer than that. It won't need any less time from that, from the way I've experimented, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. The juice of the lime we're going to add to the end, so we'll just get that all ready to go. Lovely, so good. Okay, this is a really good dish if you're entertaining a large amount of people. I'd even push this in the XL bowl, if you've got the XL bowl to be doing large amounts, so it's another one for that. In terms of freezing, I haven't tried freezing it yet, but I'm actually going to try that with this batch tonight, after my neighbours, depending on what they leave. But yes, I am going to freeze and see how that goes as well. So nothing better than batch cooking, especially this time of year. It's cold, you get home, all you want to do is just, you know, relax and sit in front of the heater or sit in front of the telly, not have to stress about what's for dinner. So it's always nice to have things ready to go in the fridge and the freezer. So I've got that going along there like that. And then of course we're going to serve it with some rice and some coriander on top, because you know how much I love the coriander on the top. Okay, so let's just get that all aside. Got my fish sauce ready to go. I'm just going to rinse this. Beautiful, beautiful. And then we've got that all ready to go. Okay, so I have been today, it is international, no not international because Vegemite's only Australian, it's National Vegemite Day over the weekend. So I made Vegemite scrolls. Now let me show you them, because they have been absolutely delicious and devoured. So they are so easy. So for anyone that's never made their own scrolls, the reel will go up on Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember which day. I think it might be Sunday, with the recipe for that as well. But it is so simple. So if you do want to do scrolls before then, and you want the recipe, let me tell you. So if you've got a pen, I'll give you a second. But this is so easy to do. So all I've done is I did, now if you want to do about sort of 10, or probably say 8 scrolls, then do 250 grams of flour. Now for every 8 scrolls, go up another 250 grams. So 250 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon yeast, dry yeast, 1 teaspoon bread improver. Now bread improver I've found I can only get in the supermarket that starts with W. I can never get it in the other one. So I do, just so that you know that's where you need to get it from. So 250 grams of flour, 1 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon dried yeast, 1 teaspoon bread improver will give you about 8 scrolls. So you can do cheese and Vegemite, you can do cheese and bacon, you can do pizza sauce with cheese, so many variations of them. For every 8 more scrolls you want, just keep adding the 250 and the 111. So 250 or 500 with 2 teaspoons salt, 2 teaspoons yeast, and then 2 teaspoons of the bread improver. So this will make then your dough that you can then knead and prove in the bowl. Then I just roll it out as flat as you can. Put all your Vegemite with your cheese on it or whatever contents you want. Roll them up, and then I cut them the roll with actually a piece of fishing wire, or if you've got dental floss, not mint flavoured, please. But it makes it really easy to cut them, pop them into the oven for about 20 minutes. So they're so easy to make. I made 24 scrolls this afternoon. This is all that's left. And I have not eaten one of them, let me tell you. They were thoroughly enjoyed. But yes, so they're a really easy thing to do. Get onto that for National Vegemite Day. Pretty sure it's Sunday. I'm pretty sure it's the 17th, which I think is Sunday. So anyway, time will tell. Now, if you wanted to, during this process, you can give it just a little stir. And all you need to do that is just pop it on 1A, just to give it a stir, so it makes it nice and easy. Okay, so it's got about 4 minutes left already. Gosh, that's cooking so quickly. It is starting to bubble away, but again, if it takes a little bit longer, we can add some time on. What I'm always careful with things like the chicken is that you don't sort of look at it straight away and go, oh no, it's not cooked. Give it a few minutes to rest, and that's what I would normally do. Obviously, when I do a live, it's really hard to hang out with you and let it rest for a while. But I will be able to have a look in a minute, and I will be able to tell whether it's close. So, don't obviously eat raw chicken. Just add a little bit of time to it if you need to. It's really easy to do, and it's far better to add that extra time if you need it than to end up sick. So we don't want that. Okay, so we've got about 3 minutes to go. So at the moment, we've got some promotions still running out there. So I know that so many of you that are on that are probably watching tonight have got themselves the cocotte. The cocotte is still a gift with purchase for our Cook Expert. So for anyone that's in the market for a Cook Expert that doesn't yet have one, that's watching tonight because they are interested in having a look at what the machine can do, then absolutely that is the bonus at the moment. We also have a bonus with our 52 and 4200 XL food processors. So if you're in the market for an extra food processor, if you've got a Cook Expert and you find that you want that extra. Although if I was going to buy a food processor, I'd buy the Cook Expert again and have both, to be perfectly honest. So many times since I got the cocotte do I find that 2 machines is fabulous. Well, I've got 3, but bragger. But it is amazing. It's amazing to be able to have those machines going as you're cooking along as well. And I've had some really nice comments from people privately saying that they're tempted to buy a second. I had another lady tempted to buy a third when the cocotte came out. So I think that's really exciting that people are really into their cooking from home, especially this time of year. Who wants to go out once they're home? So if you get home after a week of work and it's a Saturday night or a Friday night, and you sort of think, oh, I really don't want to go anywhere. It's cold outside. It's such a nice place to be at home, to be able to cook beautiful meals for yourself, your friends and your family as well. And this is a really great way to be able to do that. We also have an offer on our Juice Expert, which is the food processor salad kit that attaches to that, which is also a really great deal. So, have a look. There's some really good offers on out there at the moment. There's a third offer, and it's completely stumped me. I've had brain fog, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, there is another offer out there. You can see that on the Magimix website. You can also see that with your retailers as well. So it is a gift with purchase that you do redeem through us. So we're really excited by this gift with purchase. It's made at $649 for the Cook Expert. So we're really happy with that. Now I'm just going to pop my rice on. Here it is. Won't be a second. Okay, so we'll pop that on. And this is getting nice and hot now, so I might just give it another little stir. did I mark up the time then? I don't think I did. No, we'll be right. Okay. So I think it is good to give it a little bit of a stir every now and then as we go through, just if there's any on the top that's sort of poking out, that it just gets, you know, taken back in with all of those beautiful flavours. My spatula, and we'll just grab that here, and we'll have a little look, see how we're going. Just goes so quickly. Okay. I do love quick meals during the week as well, so this is one that you can have everything chopped and ready and then just pop it on when you're home. Okay. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, now I think I'm going to need a few more minutes. And like I said, it really depends on the size you've chopped things. It also depends on how long it's been out of the fridge before you're ready to use it as well, so it's a little bit warmer. Try not to make a mess because I'm really good at that, as you all know. Okay, so I'm going to add just a few more minutes to that. Let's go another 4 and see how that goes. But yeah, and so if you wanted to obviously make a lesser batch of this as well, you can change your quantities, it's up to you. And like I said, if you want to do a larger batch of this, I would go with similar amount of the juice, but I would suggest using all of the coconut cream. So I'm just going to grab that rice. The cheats rice, just because it's easier for something like this. Okay. So we'll have that. Oh no, that was clever, wasn't it? Okay. Well, it was meant to look pretty, and now I've made a mess of that, but that's alright. You know that that's what I do. Okay. We'll give that bit to the dog, shall we? Okay. So, I'm going to add that an extra 4 minutes. So, as I said, we did cook it for 10, but I've just added those few extra minutes now, just to give it that little bit more. Just as we're done, I'm going to add as well my lime juice and my fish sauce, and then I'm going to let that have another quick stir over the last sort of, just for probably 5 seconds, just to give it a quick turn around. Okay, are we ready? We've got our coriander, my favourite herb. Okay. So I hope you're all keeping Sarah busy there with your questions, because I know that she's keen to answer them for you. There's always, you know, a good chance to ask questions if you've got them while we're on live as well. So while we've got a couple of minutes, ask away. If there's anything recipe-wise you want us to do. Now, obviously, what we need to keep in mind with the cook-along is that it's less than 30 minutes, and that we pretty much are using the basic products. So the Cook Expert, the food processor, none of the attachments, because unfortunately then not everybody has the attachments. I am happy to, if people want to see attachments, please let me know. I'm happy to run through them if we've got another live and I have some time in between cooking, so I can go through how they work, what to use them for. I think I've left that on 1A, have I? But that's okay. Yeah, so I'm more than happy to run through those things with you. So please let me know if you've got you know, questions on attachments and you want to see them, because I do have them all so that I can show you if you need to see them. Loving the dicer at the moment. The dicer has been really good for doing all of your veggies for your soups and stews and those sorts of things, especially with the hot. So I've been getting a lot of use out of that. Absolutely loving that. So I've got my fish sauce ready. Just going to go back here to my thyme. We've got just over a minute to go. My coriander is ready. Yum, yum, yum. Pop that in there. So what are your favourites in winter? Your favourite go-to dishes? I like curries and things like that because it always seems to warm you up inside. But yes, let us know. Again, we've got lots of things that we can do, lots of things we can make. We've got French Day coming up on the 14th of July, so I know TVSN we will be having a French themed day, so we will be on there giving them some beautiful French recipes as well, so we've got that coming up. So there's always something going on. Okay, so we're nearly there. 20 seconds to go and we should be good to go. So I did say 120 degrees, so I think when I originally did this I did write 110, but I have left it at 120 because it is actually doing a really good job at 120. We're nearly there. We're getting that little bit of bubble coming through there. Okay. Now, if you wanted to add more green chilli to this, absolutely feel free. I think I'm very happy that that is cooked now. So I'm going to add now my lime juice. I'm going to add my fish sauce, so a tablespoon of fish sauce. Now, I'm just going to pop that back on, like I said, just for a literal stir. So please don't use the pulse button. So I'm going to just add 5 seconds, and let's just leave it on temperature, and let's just go to 1A and just give it a chance to give it a stir. And done. So normally I would let this rest. I would give it about 5 minutes just to settle. Just to keep absorbing all those beautiful flavours. I have also done this recipe as a slow cooker recipe as well, so that's certainly something you can do. If you wanted to do it as a slow cooker, leave your thigh fillets a little bit bigger, is my suggestion, but it did make a really great slow cooker meal as well. So let's now take this off. Oh, sorry, but if you're not in my house right now, you should be jealous, because it smells absolutely delicious. Okay, my beautifully presented rice, that didn't quite make it. Oh well. Okay, and here we go. Oh, this looks absolutely delicious. It smells absolutely divine. And there we have it. I'm just going to pick that chicken up. It's all about the presentation. There we go. I'm going to add my coriander to the top. And then we have it, coconut lime chicken. Absolutely smells divine in here. Hope you tried it tonight. If you didn't try it tonight, I hope that you do get a chance to try it over the weekend. It is beautiful. It smells amazing. Thank you, Shelley, for the dinner and for the fact that you made this for us, and we loved it so much that I had to copy it. Thank you so much. See you all again soon. Bye for now.